Well, two icons from my youth are now gone. Farrah Fawcett, the poster. Everyone had the poster. And Michael Jackson. Didn't know all the other stuff back in 1981 when Thriller was the album. It's a big loss. You know, I was watching the news last night, and one of the commentators talked about Michael Jackson's loss as something like John Lennon's loss. And at first, I got a little bent because Michael Jackson, John Lennon, I don't know how you can compare the two, but then I started thinking about it, and in a way, he was right. And I would take it one step further and say maybe Elvis for my parents' generation, that loss in 1977, and then the loss of John Lennon for the generation between my parents and myself, and then now the loss of Michael Jackson. I think they're equal shock to society. You know, in 1981, there wasn't all this speculation of Michael Jackson being a pedophile, or of which he was acquitted. You know, a jury came back and said not guilty. So that should have been the end of that. I mean, yes, the guy was a little strange, but he was found not guilty of that horrendous crime, and at this point should be remembered for his contribution to music, and his contribution was immeasurable. Like Elvis, like the Beatles or John Lennon, Michael Jackson, the king of pop, was a trendsetter. He was doing it before others were doing it. You know, last night I went over a friend of mine's, and we just kind of hung out and watched the news. It was a little upsetting to me that most of the news was focused on Michael Jackson and his death, especially with Farrah Fawcett also dying yesterday. But I kind of looked at that as like, well, we knew Farrah was going to die. You know, we knew how bad it was with her cancer, and the Michael Jackson death was a shock. I mean, it's not a shock that a 50-year-old black man died of heart disease or heart ailment. I mean, it happens every day, but every day it's not that 50-year-old black man was Michael Jackson. But I think some time needs to be spent to also remember Farrah Fawcett and her contributions to pop culture and society. She was a phenomenal actress, maybe not from Charlie's Angels, but in her later film work. And she was hot. I mean, everyone of my age had that poster on their wall. I mean, all the guys. And that poster wasn't that. I mean, you look at it now, and it's like, that's pretty tame. I mean, a tank swimsuit and a Mexican towel in the back, but I mean, that was the 70s. I don't think there has been a poster since that has done as well as that one did, and it's pretty basic. I went on eBay last night to see if those posters were still available, and they were selling on eBay for $175, and I had one. I have no idea what happened to it. I also had the Logan's Run Farrah Fawcett poster. I had a lot of Farrah Fawcett posters, and of course I had the Playboy, and of which I didn't really realize until last night when I looked at the date and of when this was issued, when this was published. She was over 50 years old when she did these pictures. You know, they say this all happens in threes, and we started the week with Ed McMahon dying. And I was another icon from my youth. I loved the Johnny Carson show. I even saw the Johnny Carson show live one time with my parents in the 70s. I remember Robert Blake, Beretta, was one of the guests on the show, and met Ed McMahon after the show, and you know, he didn't disappoint. He was larger than life when you met him, and you know, and he's gone also. So you know, I guess that's just part of life. You know, that people move on and go to a better place. And those of us who are left behind will miss the work that they did. Miss in this case, because since we, you know, I don't think any of us mere civilians knew these people personally. Will miss their work. But then again, their work will live on, and we can. I mean, I'm sure we haven't seen everything that they have done while they were here on this earth, and because of video, we can always go back and relive those moments, and or because in the case of Michael Jackson, we can go back and listen to all the music that he made in his lifetime. And I mean, if he was anything like Prince, I mean, I know I've read that Prince has enough music to release an album a year for 20 years that he has already recorded that hasn't been released. So maybe there's unreleased Michael Jackson songs. Maybe Michael Jackson, who, you know, from what I understand from the news, died broke, and when I say broke, means that he only had a few $1 million. Maybe now in death, like Elvis, there'll be a resurgence, and his family will be well taken care of. Well, this is the Madera guy. I don't have a lot more to say today. I mean, I like I said, I didn't know these people, and as somebody pointed out the other day, who the hell am I to comment on things? But you know what? I'm the guy that's got the show, and if you like watching it, please watch it, subscribe, rate it. You know, if you're a hater, you just want to get on there and, you know, bust my butt because you think I'm doing something stupid, well, you know, don't watch the show. It's, you know, that simple. If there's something I say you don't like, well, turn the channel. It's real easy. Don't look at Madera Online. I've said that for 12 years now, and Madera Online is still going strong. You know, there are people who do want to know what I have to say, or they do want to read the news that I write, and for 12 years they have. For those of you that don't like it, why do you guys want to destroy?